ThinkTech Hawaii. Civil engagement lives here.
Aloha Hawaii, I'm Wendy Lowe and I'm your best friend as we journey to take your health back. We are coming to you live from downtown Honolulu from the studios of ThinkTech Hawaii. Today our topic of discussion will be on the Healing Garden. Bloom from within and I will keep you abreast. That's the key word, abreast. And with that, I would like you to take away from today's message. It's going to be a long one, okay? Usually it's a one-liner, but being that this is Ivalani's takeaway, it's going to be a song and a dance. So today's takeaway is on the discussion of the importance to address your health needs through meditation, quiet time, being still, listening to your body, and understanding what your body's needs are, because only you can hear yourself and feel it.
Absolutely.
Proper diet and exercise, and caring for the environment. Because we all know that when you malama the aina will malama you. So today we are very excited and honored to welcome a very dear, pink, sweet friend. She is a 2-time cancer survivor and a kumuhula. This is Ivalani Walsh Seyu.
Mahalo, Wendy. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Phew, I'm tired already. Oh, there went the 30 seconds, the 30 minutes on that. So, Ivalani, in a nutshell, quickly, just share with us, who are you?
Born and raised in Honouliuli, actually. I live in Mililani now. 40 years teaching hula, Hawaiian studies.
Wow.
Retired now. And 2-time cancer survivor, as you said. And I'm building this beautiful garden of health and wellness for the women of Hawaii and people struggling with cancer. We need a place.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing that you had this place to retreat. You know, like for me, I would go to the beach or I would go to the mountains and retreat, but you have your personal healing garden. Tell us about, how did that healing garden come about?
Well, I was gifted by my father. When I went there, it was a dump, actually, and over 500 loads to the dump. And still persevering to say, you know, I'm going to make a garden. Everybody thought, oh my gosh, did the cancer go to her brain? What is she talking about? And I said, no, it's about knowing who you are and what you want to do, to be persistent. And you know, Wendy, when we want something, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, you will achieve.
Right.
So now, from a dump, it is a garden.
Right, and the photo that we are going to show you shows the dump, and truly it was a dump.
Yeah.
And I went there because you said come and see it before.
Yes, you worked hard too.
Yeah, and you know, so did you. And you, I mean, with nails and all. I mean, who would think that this woman was in the garden? And that's where she found her passion and her healing. And she went there daily. I remember, like, Ivalani, where are you in the garden? It's already dark. What are you doing out there? She was cleaning, weeding out the bad, putting in the good, putting all the mana into the healing garden, which you have.
Yes.
And so hundreds of truckloads of garbage.
500 over.
Oh my gosh, I can't even count that high, Ivalani. But tell us a little bit more about it before the demolition.
Well, I went there and I started to pray, and I said, you know, there has to be a purpose, you know, Wendy, in our life, and for all of you out there, we have a purpose. You know, I'm already, you know, halfway in my journey. I'm 69 years old. So I'm thinking, okay, 1 foot in the grave. I was hit twice with cancer, stage 3. What am I going to do? What's the legacy I want to leave for my children? What's the voice and the message I want to leave with the women in the community that believe in me? You know, you go to church, we help in the community, whatever it may be. So I wanted a place that they felt free to come and pray, and the purpose was for me to help.
Wow, that's beautiful. And that pathway right now, it wasn't green like that before. That black and white picture earlier, this was exactly what I saw, just dirt and grime and tons of garbage. But look at what, a little bit of love, or I should say a lot of love.
Yes.
And not only from you, but you encouraged all your friends to come on down, and your family.
I bring them all out, including you. Everybody, when they come, what you doing? Oh, come visit me. And then, oh, before you know it, hours going by and everybody's, you know, exhausted. And I understand that. But I had a purpose. I was perseverance in everything that I needed to do. I was there 10, 15 hours a day because I wanted to make a difference, not only for myself, but for the family and the community.
Right, but you know, the work that we put in there, and I'm sure for you, it's not exhaustion.
No.
It's just work of love.
Yes.
And it's the love and the passion that drove us, because we knew that not only were you healing, but for us too. How often do we take time, especially like I had a yard when I was younger, but now I don't. I live in a condo. But I really love pulling weeds and cleaning out the rubbish and weeding it out, so we don't have that opportunity. So what you gave to us was that opportunity to share our love and to receive from the land for healing.
Yeah, well, it's body, mind, and soul.
Right,
because
right.
when you're pulling the weed, you're exercising, and then when you're seeing that, oh, it's getting cleaned, it's, gratifying. And when people come, they go, oh, wow, this section looks beautiful. And I'm veins, like, oh, thank you. I spend hours here.
Yes.
And, pretty soon I'm going more and more into the garden.
And I know when you're in the garden, and not only are you pulling the weeds, but you're meditating.
Oh,
you're
praying,
taking time to be
meditating.
still.
Yes.
And that's kind of amazing because I don't see her still, and I don't see her being quiet. I bet you're talking to the birds.
Absolutely,
And the
yes.
roaches and all the animals
Yes,
and insects
yes.
over there, right?
Yes.
But tell us, do you meditate?
We have to meditate. That's all part of our well-being, Wendy. You find a place, not everybody will have a garden, but wherever you find to be a place of meditation, do your research, learn about yourself, learn about cancer, if this is, or what's the disease that will have the disease is going to start controlling you. And yes, I believe in meditation 100%. Yes.
And in your healing garden or wherever you are, is there a special place that you need to go to meditate?
Well, because it's my garden and we have so many niches in the garden, I go and I pule in different places, and not only that malamada aina, that you give your aloha to the land, but this one place, a meditation room, was from my father. That was his workshop, and left some old antiques in there, and you can see this handsome Haole man there that I blew up his picture, and it's a reminder of who we are, where I came from, and the gift that he gave me of love and aloha, and to persevere and be everything local.
Wow, that's a really beautiful room. You created a haven.
Yeah, it's a prayer
Right.
place. Yes.
And and the good thing, Ivalani, you don't just keep it for yourself. You invite everyone to come
Yes,
there.
yes.
You invite the keiki to do performances there.
Yes.
Your daughters come and they use it to dance and to bring others in so they can feel
Yes.
just the mana in there, the
Well,
healing.
that's our local style, our local
Yes.
ways, yes. And we
Yes.
cannot let that value get diluted. Wendy, you're from Waianae. We do
Yeah.
these things, And when they
Yes.
look at us, they go, what? You're from Honouliuli. What island is that?
Yes.
Or, Wendy, you don't look like you're from Waianae.
Well, actually, let me tell you, I'm from Maili,
Aye.
and now they changed it to Maili.
Yes.
But being so stubborn, I say, well, I was born and raised in Maili,
Yes.
so I am from Maili.
Yes.
So maybe the new Kiki now are from Maili,
Yes.
but I'm from Maili.
Yes,
Okay. So yes, and where is Honouliuli,
I
right?
know, right? You blink your eye, you miss the whole place.
But
And it's
because,
one island. Yeah.
because I had to pass Honouliuli to get to the Big Way supermarket in Waipahu,
Yes.
I knew exactly where that was, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and so you've been through a lot with your body, and you were saying that your body really, if you really take time to understand and listen to your body has mechanisms to tell you, hey, I'm tired, or hey, I don't feel well. Tell me about it. Can you just share a little bit about that with us? How did you know? What are the mechanisms in your body?
Well, looking in the mirror, and which I do often, hello, look at me. So I thought it was the epitome of good health. And then I neglected only 2 years not to get a mammogram. I'm 69, so in my 40s, I was hit at 48 years old with the breast cancer, and I was hit at 36 earlier with a cervical cancer. But then, I'm thinking, okay, I'm an epitome of health. I'm dancing. Everything's going great in my life. Didn't realize the stress that I was going through.
Right.
And so when I did go in for the mammogram, they told me that the cancer was already at stage 3, and in 3 days I had to have my surgery. That's how fast it was, an aggressive cancer growing.
Right, and that's why that statement about dis-ease.
Yes, when you're at dis-ease,
Right.
the disease will come in rapidly.
Right,
yes.
right.
And so, there's women that's, you have to bloom from within. It's an attitude of gratitude. And I have to say, okay, I got to malama my body. So what am I going to do? Immediately, I have to have forgiveness. I have to start talking to myself because I didn't believe in a lot of the pharmaceuticals that I needed to take and everything, and I just needed to mihi, just have a lot of love and forgiveness and say, what am I going to do as an individual? What am I going to do as a wahine to take care? Malama kekino.
Right, and you mentioned pharmaceuticals, but what are other methods or things that you did to heal yourself?
Well, I immediately, I don't eat meat, yes, for many, many years, and everybody could be different, but I do, fresh fruits and vegetables, which is so important, all organic, and I started getting my tower gardens and just eating the proper things and exercising and meditating. and dancing and laughing a lot. Yes.
Exactly, and that's, I think, I mean, that's the segue into my next
Yes,
question.
yes.
What do you do to stay healthier and,
Yes.
you know, mentally, and what do you do? I mean, right there, you laugh a lot.
Oh, you know, everybody, you know, I went through, Wendy, to be honest, why me, why now, how come? I needed to believe in myself. I needed to have positive affirmations. I needed to have forgiveness. I needed to say, okay, this is what happened. Now, Ivalani, act right. What are you going to do to heal yourself? What are you going to do to Malama? What are you going to do to make things right? And you have to start talking to yourself.
Right, right.
Thinking positive.
Right, it's self-healing.
Absolutely.
I mean, and that's the whole idea. Like sometimes when we take like vitamin C tablets,
Yes.
we're sick, we feel really bad, so we're going to pop a vitamin C tablet. Well, I'm going to take this because I want to feel better. So you put that in your body. Your brain is already thinking, I'm feeling better, I'm feeling, because you told it.
Yes.
And then you put the vitamin C in there, and then what does it do? It creates expensive pee.
Yes.
Right? And it goes right through you. But mentally, you're telling yourself, I'm getting healthier, I'm getting healthier, I'm
Yes.
not as sick. You know, the sugar that you just put in your body spikes you up and you're feeling better. So mentally, because that vitamin C tablet did nothing for you.
Nothing.
So it's all mental.
Yes,
Right?
it's true. And, you know, try to get away as much from sugar, like you said, also. So we have to be mindful. Like I said, there's so much knowledge out there as far as health and wellness and what to do and not to do. Think about your diet habits to know that, okay, what was I doing wrong? Or should I cut out all my sugars, or should I exercise more? You know, so all of that is really important. How
Right.
to take control of yourself.
Right. And you know, like from my point of view, I mean, this whole thing is about prevention and awareness.
Yes.
And so for myself, both my parents passed away with cancer. And so I always say, if I get the C diagnosis, what would I do? And so exactly what you're saying is what I'm already doing.
Yes.
So, and I want all of us out there to not wait for the diagnosis. Like,
Absolutely.
Ivalani, you had the diagnosis and you're a survivor twice.
Yes.
And now you know what to do. So your heart is to share with Hawaii and the world of what not to do and how to just overcome this.
Well, you know, I brought a Beanie Baby.
Yes.
Just play with yours too.
Oh,
So
yeah, I did play
those
with
that are out there, because we're from Asian backgrounds,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
And to be honest, women are not malama. They're not, you got to malama kikini. You got to malama your body, your breasts. And we were not raised
Right,
to go
to
touch
touch.
ourselves because, you know, something's wrong with you.
Right.
You do. But now they're saying, you know, you got to touch yourself. So if you feel these little
Right.
beans in here, you know,
Right,
lumps.
right.
And so when you're taking a shower, touch yourself or whatever. Or if you're romantic, you know, tell your significant other, oh, you feel any bumps on me?
Connect the dots. Yeah, connect the dots.
So,
Okay.
you know, so take care. I mean, you know,
Right,
feel it. And
right.
so, you know, when we had the fundraiser, I had all of these on tables, and I said, okay, just, you know, I was talking about all of this. And then I turned around, and all my Beanie Babies were gone, all 100 of them. They all wanted to take them home so they could feel it.
Right.
I said, "Wait, is
And
that
you know
the same
exactly
one?"
what it feels like. The little pebbles, the little grains of
Yes.
beads in here is exactly what you're going to feel.
Yes.
Sometimes you're not going to feel them all, but if you do malama
Yeah.
and you do feel this little, that's a little sign
in
to
right
say,
away.
go check it out.
Check it out.
It could be a pimple, it could be something else,
Yeah,
but go check it out. Right?
Yes.
When in doubt,
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Hey, we should market that. When in
Yeah, I
doubt,
know.
check it out.
Yeah, I think I heard that one before though. But anyway, so tell us, you know, you went through the twice cancer experience. So what really was developed in your mind to create the Healing Garden?
You know, because I'm so selfish and I needed time. You know, I was bargaining with the man upstairs and he said, I'm hit twice. I don't want another third time, and you know, I'm battling with all of this. And I said, I need to have a place to come to and dig, plow, plant, and pray. And you know, when I was doing all of that, I totally forgot I was having cancer, that I had cancer, because I wanted to make everything beautiful. I wanted my children to see it. I wanted you. I mean, I wanted all my great friends to come out and see and say, "Wow, look at this great work that you're doing."
Yes.
And I needed that, you know, positive affirmation, and I needed that. Stroking,
Right.
yeah, we all need
Right.
that tender, loving care. We
Wow.
need to say, "Hey, you can do it." And I was talking to myself and keep doing it. And when you would come out, you would say, "Wow, this is great. This is," and the women would start coming and saying,
Right.
"Good job." And when we can support each other,
Right.
you know, cheer each other on,
Right,
that's
right.
what happened.
And so that's a great mental direction that you have
Yes.
to want to guide us towards, is that don't just sit back and dwell in your
No, you can't be in a
sadness.
pity party.
Right, you cannot.
No.
Because when you came out to create this garden to heal, what you did was all the women that came out the families that came out,
Yeah.
they were healing.
Yes.
They were healing by being together and just being with one in
Yeah.
nature.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us don't have that opportunity, but we used you as an excuse to go out there to help you. But in actuality, we were being healed.
That's true.
Right?
That is
And so
true.
your slide says, winners never quit.
And quitters never win.
Never win.
Yes.
Yes. And so that's so key. But with that in mind, I'm going to just take a little break here, 60 seconds, go get some water, and we're going to come right back with Ivalani Seyu and learn more about cancer. Yes. Aloha, everyone.
Aloha! I want to invite all of you to Talk Story with John Waihee every other Monday here at Think Tech Hawaii. And we have special guests like Professor Colin Moore from the University of Hawaii, who joins us from time to time to talk about the political happenings in this state. Please join us every other Monday. Aloha.
Hey, Stan the Energy Man here on Think Tech Hawaii. And they won't let me do political commentary, so I'm stuck doing energy stuff. But I really like energy stuff, so I'm going to keep on doing it. So join me every Friday on Stan the Energy Man at lunchtime, at noon, on my lunch hour. We're going to talk about everything energy, especially if it begins with the word hydrogen. We're going to definitely be talking about it. We'll talk about how we can make Hawaii cleaner, how we can make the world a better place, just basically save the planet. Even Miss America can't even talk about stuff like that anymore. We got it nailed down here. So we'll see you on Friday at noon with Stan the Energy Man. Aloha.
Aloha. Here we are back with Ivalani Seyu and just having a great time just hearing about her experience with being a two-time breast cancer survivor and cervical cancer survivor, and just hearing the attitude that she had throughout the course of her ordeal and how she involved everybody around her to help her heal, but in actuality, we ourselves were healing as well.
Yes.
So what we left before the break was winners never quit and quitters never win. So having a positive attitude in life, I mean, just look at this right here. Epitome of positiveness, and that's what we need to have to carry on with whatever comes our way.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
would you like to share on that?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So everybody will go through a pity party. Why me? Why now? How come? And you'll never get the answers, you know, because it can be in three different ways. It could be from stress, can be in DNA, can be in environment. So you never know. But what's important is how you're going to tackle it yourself. Like I said, I did the garden. I rallied around, you know, I had people that was positive rally around me. You need that support team.
Yes, you do.
And you need to do a lot of research on your own, because you know your own body, what you can take, what you cannot do, what you should do. And I would encourage all of you out there is to just be mindful of yourself and say, okay, this is my body. I only have one body. It's not like you can go out and buy another pair of shoes, another body. You cannot.
Right.
And you just have to say, I need to work diligently with my body and with the advice of doctors or whatever it may be, and go further than that.
Right. And I'm sure you spend a lot of time in your healing garden praying to Keakea.
Oh, I do a lot of prayer.
Speaking with him and just asking for guidance through this healing process.
Yes.
And I tell you, he's heard every prayer that you prayed for.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I was no shame. I went down on my knees.
Yes, and that's where we need to. That's where we need to be. So, you know, now that we've gone through your healing part, let's talk about some cancer tips.
Yes.
Okay. So I know the next slide will share. We'll be sharing with you some simple guidelines on tips that you want to share with.
Yeah. Well, you know,
your
don't take
audience.
anything for granted. Do your breast examination. Like I said, after 2 years, they're already into stage 3. Take care of your body. If you feel a lump, or like I said, you know, these beanie babies, you know, and you feel fatigue, anything like that, you know that you're going through some kind of stress. Your body talks to you.
Always.
You got to know your body. You have to exercise. Choose what you like to do. Dancing like you, surfing, going hiking, gardening, golfing, singing, exercise, whatever it may be. There's something for everybody out there, yeah? So you don't think, oh, I cannot dance, or I cannot sing, I don't want to hike. I mean, come on, I'm going to stop your
Just
face.
walk. You can walk.
You can walk.
You can walk. You can brisk walk.
Pushing the vacuum in your house when you clean.
Yes, whatever you can do. And then the next slide gives us a few more tips as well that you can go over with everyone. Eating
absolutely.
well.
Yeah, you have to eat well. You know what is good for your body. You know, your personal research to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Eliminate red meat. Well, I did, and pork and oily processed food. I mean, you know, that's not my knowledge. It's knowledge out there. Yeah, we need to eat organic and stay away, you know, from the sugar. Yeah, like I said, I invested years, 10 years ago in my tower garden. I love it. Drink lots of water. Coffee's okay, but stay away from processed drinks, sodas, all of that. All this kind of sugary juices, etc. Create a team. I call you guys, and I say you because you're so kind to come and support me, my bosom buddies, and keep yourself abreast and with your friends. Educate, communicate is key. Maintain open communication. Keep a journal. Talk to your family and friends to know what is going wrong with me. How can I take care of myself? What do I need to do? No shape talk story, but sometimes as locals, we close down.
Right.
I'm encouraging all of you, open up.
Open up.
Open up, talk story. And just
And you also mentioned some, all those tips right there, those key tips. It's knowledge.
Absolutely.
Knowledge is power.
Wealth.
Yes.
Knowledge
and
is wealth.
that's what we need to do. Just learn and don't wait until the diagnosis comes. Learn and understand. Watch documentaries like Forks Over Knives and see how we can get healthier before we even get the diagnosis. We just want to live in health. That's why this segment is called Take Your Health Back. And only we can do it for each of us ourselves. We need to take our health back in everything we do, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, nutritionally, everything we do. But it's up to us to make that stance to do that for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your body is your...
You're a temple.
Yes.
You're one only temple, and you've got to take care of it because you cannot go get one used.
And don't wait till it's too late, or don't wait to say, I'm very fortunate. Even if I had the cancer twice, I was able to take hold of it and be in the epitome of the good health I am now. But if I kick back, that's not going to help me. Cancer loves stress. They love stress, and they'll eat you up faster.
That's what triggers it faster.
So you need to not, you have to be
So knowledge is definitely power. So tell us a little bit, we live in a land of sunshine. And so tell us about your knowledge about sun and what it does to our bodies.
I love sun. When I was younger, I was a sun goddess, hanging out on the beach and everything. But after too much sun can actually trigger out. We all have cancer cells. Everybody has cancer cells. Please know that. And sometimes it'll trigger out. So you have to protect yourself from sun. Use a lot of sunscreen because everybody needs to protect themselves. And because we're in Hawaii, again, be more mindful to how much sun your body can actually take. And then, use all your moisturizers and everything else because we need sun, it's good for us. But again, like for myself now, because I am obviously a cancer survivor and victim, I kind of stay in the sun. The sun will eat up all my good cells actually for the cancer.
Wow, and so you're a cancer survivor and a beautiful cancer survivor.
I was a successor,
yes, Imoa. And they're going to use you to be the voice as well because you're not only beautiful, but you have a voice that people will listen to as you encourage along the journey of even prevention.
Absolutely.
And so on the next slide, I see that you were featured in a cancer guide.
Yeah, I was really
Garden
excited.
Blooms, Hope and Healing.
I was so excited because this is a national magazine.
Yes.
And in 15 years, they haven't featured anybody from Hawaii. And in fact, I'm the first one, and I was just tickled pink. And I was just so excited. And they wanted to, they heard my story, of course, because I was featured in magazines and on midweek and the things that we were doing, the women like yourselves that came and posed, for the book that we're working on, and just so many great things. And I was just so thrilled. And yes, wow. I'm in that magazine.
And I guess that must have opened up another can of worms for Ivalani because since then, and then she's called us many times, hey, I want to make this book. I want to make this book happen.
Yes.
And predominantly Hawaii, women of Hawaii, and different races of Hawaii. And she wanted to feature, tell them about it.
Well, Magnificent Women of Hawaii. When I was very sick, and this dream kept coming to me about doing this coffee table book. And so I started calling all you folks, and you said, oh, okay, but you came without a doubt, a bird of yourself, and it's called Magnificent Women of Hawaii. It's called Show It All, but See Nothing,
Right.
So I've been sitting on this for 10 years.
It's like the Dove Girls, right? It's like the Dove Girls. In the mainland, they have the older women.
Yes.
And they're classically photographed with very little to nothing on.
Oh, nothing on,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
just featuring their body and the love of their body and how they need to nurture and take care of it. And so, Ivalani, you've called many times, and we've done a few photo shoots.
Oh, yes. It was so awesome. It was
It's
so
amazing, and and I know that you want to produce it into a book.
Yes, and it's going to
Yes.
take a lot of money. I've been sitting on it because if it's not classy, I don't want to do it at all.
Right.
I want to do a coffee table book to give to our state library, to the oncologists, to all the schools, so the young girls can educate themselves. And it's going to cost money, over
Right.
$50,000, and so I have
Right.
to have this grand gala. You're going to help me out, Wendy?
I shall help you.
I just want to make it a beautiful, beautiful event,
Right.
and the proceeds will go to start this book so that we can give these books out as knowledge to
Right.
help other women.
Right,
You know, our own stories that can inspire them, but we
Right.
need a lot of help. We need a lot of help.
Yeah, so I know as the year comes around, 2019, we'll start meeting and organizing this gala.
Yay.
So that we can bring women, young and old,
Yes.
to the gala and to educate them and show them,
Yes.
you know, what can our lives be, or even if with the diagnosis,
Yes.
what can it be? And you're a true classic example of a survivor.
Thank you.
And we want more women to go through it like you, if they are diagnosed with it.
Yes.
But our main goal is to not let them get to that point.
To that point, we're going to have great entertainment.
Right.
People already lined up.
Right.
People always say they're going to help out, and we're going to feature all of your folks' photos. It's going to be public now. You know.
Are you going to charge them to see it?
Oh, absolutely, because we got to raise money for the book.
Yes, of course, and it's for a cause, and
Absolutely,
so we're going to
yes.
do what it takes,
Yes.
just so that this book can materialize. And I can envision it as, you know, maybe when a woman goes in and she gets the diagnosis, maybe the oncologists in their office will have a stack of these and say, hey, here's hope and inspiration.
Yes.
Read this and be inspired that this is not the beginning to the end, but this is just the beginning for your journey. And it's
Absolutely.
going to be bright and pink, and you need to see it that way. And this is all the guidelines that you need to help you through that journey.
Yes.
And so I can see that this book will be very inspirational.
Oh, yeah, we're
very
gonna take it to
educational. Yes.
Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres,
Of
you know, I'm not
course.
going to stop. Once we get that grand gala going and
That's
people
right.
are going to come and see and become a beautiful coffee table book,
Right.
we're going to go all the way,
Right.
all the way.
And I know we can't, I know there's going to be a big surprise.
Yes.
There's going to be many big surprises at this event, so just look for the pink invites from Ivalani Seyu and the Breast Cancer Awareness Group, and we're just going to work hard on that, make that happen. And I want to just close with the last slide. It says, when you look at the word disease, I really want you all to look at that word disease.
Yes.
And what it truly is dis-ease.
Yes.
You know, and so we really want to stay positive on this word disease, even though it's so negative. But when you have dis-ease, this is what happens with the body. It acts out in many negative ways.
Yes.
And so we really want to be aware of that. So can you just expound on that a little bit?
Absolutely. So when you know that you have cancer or any kind of illness going on, again, everything that we just talked about,
Right.
you have to be positive, you have to meditate, you have
Yes.
to exercise, you have to eat well,
Yes.
because when you're at dis-ease, that disease will eat you up.
Exactly.
So you need to be more mindful and malama ke kino and just say, you know, we're in this journey once, we're going to make it the best we can,
Yes.
be happy and
Yes.
positive, and,
Yes.
and give all the praise and glory.
Mahalo ke kua.
Ai.
Yes, and thank you so much, Ivalani, you know, just coming on to the show and being the voice, the positive pink voice
Yay.
for the women, for all throughout Hawaii, throughout the world, that they can be inspired, that they can get through this diagnosis as you have
Yes.
a few times. And so that's it, though. No
Never
more.
give up.
Never give up. Positive attitude. Take time to be still. Meditate. And just find time. I don't care if you don't have a healing garden. Make friends with Ivalani.
Yeah.
She's very nice.
Laugh a lot.
Yes.
Enjoy. Make fun of yourself.
Or make your own garden. Find a space in your room. Go to the beach.
Yes.
You know, or just be still and listen to your body and just be still and think positive thoughts and rebuke anything negative that's coming your way.
thank you.
Right? No matter what situation we get ourselves into.
That is
All right.
true. Oh,
So
mahalo.
yes.
Mahalo.
All right. So we want to say right now, everyone, just be aware, educate, and love your body. Aloha from now. Aloha, everyone.
Ahui ho, ahui ho. Woohoo! Take your body.